Hey folks, this is question 9. He just puts in 4,500, and so you can use the compound interest formula here. You don't have to, you could just find 2.8% of it, so just multiply 4,500 by 2.8%, find out what it is, and then add it on to the 4,500. But you will have to use this formula in the next part really anyway. Well, it's the easier way to do it. So I'll just use it here. So that's 4,500. That's the amount you put in. 1 plus interest is 2.8%. We have to use the percentage button. And the time, then the T means time. So that's just 1 year. And you put it in the calculator. And that's 4626. Next one is the same thing. It's just for a different amount of years. It's for 3 years. So F is equal to 4,500 times 1 plus 2.8% to the power of 3. That's 4,888.68. Right, this one then, it says each pair of dots is joined by a line segment. Therefore, when we're filling in this, we're joining those, but then we have to join them two as well and them two as well. And that's for pattern 3. Then pattern 4 is given to us, and we can count up the lines in them for, well, the number of dots just goes up by 1 each time. So it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The number of line segments, then there's 1 in the first one, there's 3 we can see in the second one. In the third one, you can count them, there's 6. And you should be able to spot a pattern there then. So 1, 3, 6, 10. It's adding 2, adding 3, adding 4. So then we add 5. So it's going to be 15. Write down the number of dots in the 1000 pattern. Well, you can see in pattern 1, there's 2 dots. In pattern 2, there's 3 dots. In pattern 3, there's 4 dots. In pattern 4, there's 5 dots. So it's always 1 extra. So in the 1000 pattern, there'll be 1001 dots. Sn is a formula. It's n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. And we're just going to put it in for the number of dots. The A in the pattern, A is always the first digit in the sequence, so that's 2, first number in the sequence, and then it goes up by 1 each time, so 1 is the D, it's the difference. So n over 2, 2 times 2 plus n minus 1 times 1. N over 2, that could be 4 plus n minus 1. That's n over 2 times n plus 3. That's it when it's simplified. Hence or otherwise, find the total number of complete patterns in the sequence that can be made using 740 dots. We're going to let n over 2 n plus 3 be equal to 740, and we're going to see see what the pattern is. If I bring across the 2 and multiply it, we'll get n times n plus 3 is equal to 1180. Then if I multiply the n by the n, it's n squared. Multiply the n by the 3, it's 3n. If I bring across the 1180, it's minus 1180 is equal to 0. And then you have to use the minus b formula to solve it. It'll be minus 3 plus or minus square root 3 squared minus 4 times 1 times minus 1180 over 2 times 1. That's just using the minus b formula. Now just notice when I'm putting them in that should have actually been a 4 there. Should be 480. You might have spotted that yourself. So when you put in the minus b formula anyway, you get minus 40 as 1, answer, and then you go back and you put it in with a plus, and you get 37. Now, because uh, it's a it's the number of complete patterns in a sequence, the minus one doesn't make sense, so it's going to be 37 is the answer. Last one. This is for the number of line segments. So you see that for line segments, for pattern one, there's one line segment. So therefore, we should get one out of the function. So I'm going to let t of n be one, and I'm going to put in a one for the other one because it's pattern one. So it's 0.51 squared plus b times 1. 1 is equal to 0.5 plus b, and if you bring across the 0.5 and subtract it, you get 0.5 is equal to b. That's it for question 9.